Welcome back to Disgaea Hour of Darkness. I am a Fireweaver and this is now episode 2, so we're going to continue on our tutorial and see how many of these tutorials we can get through in the next 20 minutes. I am streaming this as I mentioned in episode 1, and I have people watching the stream, and you can join us on twitch.tv/Fireweaver to watch our streams. But without further ado, let's get going. That would help if I actually have the window selected. There we go. Okay, more stray demons. How annoying. I wish I could just toss them. It sounds rude. Well, why don't you? You can? So, lifting and throwing. For our ignorant prince, let me explain the commands lift and throw. So, get character out. And this is where you get some fun things in this game. You can set up these massive stacks of people where they all lift each other into this one big tower and you throw them around the map. It's quite amusing. Right, in situations like this where you're too far for your attacks to reach, pick up a character by selecting lift. Hey, stop it, Etna. Then select throw. You'll have to decide on a direction and distance too. That'll throw you right next to the enemy. Oomph. See, that covered a lot of ground. Now we're able to attack. You can use lift and throw on both allies and enemies. Keep in mind only humanoid characters can use lift and throw. Monsters can't do it, which means the Prinis that we have can't do the lift and throw command. But by making good use of these commands, you can extend your attack's range. It's very helpful in moving around on some maps, so don't forget. There are other uses for the commands besides covering ground, like holding an enemy so he or she can't move, saving injured allies from danger, etc. By the way, Prinis will explode when they're thrown, so handle them with care. Dude, you gotta be kidding! And that is a tactic in its own right in later levels. Because it's like, you can set up a chain of Prinis and just blow them all up. If you throw an enemy at an enemy, there may be other fun uses waiting to be discovered. Try experimenting. Well, the ones that I know about, if you throw, ignoring Prinis that explode, if you throw an enemy onto an enemy, then I believe they combine and level up to make them much harder. So that's what throwing an enemy at an enemy does. Says that's it, I'm going to throw you next time. And one more thing, a character will take damage if the turn ends and he and she is still holding someone. The problem with sending someone out on their own and throwing like this is it means they're going to be the target for a lot of attacks, but I might still do it. I don't even need to. I think I'll just go in and attack. There doesn't seem to be any reason to throw, and it's only going to cost me more gold to heal my people, so I don't see the point. And I'll speed this one along. I'm not going to worry quite as much about team attacks this time round. Although if they're there to be had, then I'll do it. If it's going to be quick. So something like that will be good for now, and we'll get our attacks going. And Etna can also attack. And I'm just going to go ahead and end this turn because everyone's too far away anyway. And yes, I could throw, but this should be fine. Nice, first enemy dead. Okay, and we'll do a similar setup here. We'll move and go behind here and move her to diagonal. Move this Prinny here for the team attack. And then I'm going to set up another team attack over here. So there'll be an attack command from this Prinny, attack command from Marius, and attack command from Etna. And we'll end the turn again. And that was killed easy enough. Oh, and Etna leveled up as well. That makes it better. Etna's low health now. So in general, what happens? Maybe on the tutorial maps it'd go a bit easier of you. Oh no, there's no zones of control in this. Although you can block paths by standing in the way, and then people can't get around you, and that comes important later when you want to protect, say, a healer. Right, let's move Lahal here, and we'll take out Roxanne, and here, if I put a Prinny just here, I should be able to get a nice attack. Let's do it on there, and we'll execute this one as opposed to end the turn, which will become clear why I've done that very quickly. Fair amount of damage, and the reason I've done that is I can still move my Prinnies to attack again, so I can cancel the original move command and move to a new attack position. I can move here to help with the team attack, and move this Prinny here to get this team attack going, and from here I think I will end the turn after I set this attack going. I don't think I'm going to get much else done that's going to be worth doing, so I'll end the turn here.
Pretty dude! Hot dude! Hot dude!
I was hoping I'd have got a bigger team attack out of that. Oh well. Don't die, Prinny! And actually that Prinny poisoned this guy for a turn there, it looked like. I think the Prinny should be able to take that pastel out. I'll leave that Prinny there for an attack. And Lahal can help finish off here. Attack Rossiel. And this Prinny will be set also for one of the team attacks. I'm going to execute this one and not end the turn, just in case I need to finish off the one I'm not sure I've killed. So, alright, good, he's dead, and one of the Prinnies leveled up, which is good.
Here I come.
Cool, and another Prinny leveled up. Okay, and well, we got a Hunter's Bow, that'll be good. We can make a cleric soon. It's probably worth doing soon, actually. Next tutorial is Geo Effect. But before we go to tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back out here. And we're going to go to the hospital. And all the people who are injured, I'm going to heal them all up. And we're going to go and do the tutorial for the Geo Effects now. Okay, geopanels. Interesting. These are geographical features that are attuned to the elements of the universe. Crystallization of these elements results in these geosymbols like the one here. Well, that doesn't explain anything, so let me clarify a few things. Tutorial GeoEffects. Let me explain GeoEffects, a system which will heavily influence the battle. Take a good look at the colour panels on the area map. Notice that the enemy boost plus 50% is displayed at the top of the screen. This means that when an enemy is on a blue panel, his or her attack and defense will be powered up by 50%. This is not good for you, so it's wise to get rid of the effect. You might be wondering where did it come from in the first place. And actually that was that geo symbol that is the cause. It's taking a while to get to it, but yeah, it's this pyramid here? Why, looky here, it's found an object labelled enemy boost on the blue panel. This guy is the culprit. How obvious was that? This object is called a geo symbol, and as long as it's on a colour panel, all panels of the same colour will be affected. And we're going to throw it somewhere. Which is a silly move, but you'll see that in a minute. The effect enemy boost is no longer on any of the blue panels, but now he's placed the pyramid on the red ones. Now all the red panels are boosted enemies. So the alternative is, as they're about to show, is that they can destroy them. Although they cheated, because he had 2 turns, and it didn't end their turn, but shh. Anyway, before we do that, do you see the 2 blue square displayed in the geosymbol status window? Remember that. So it's basically saying that that pyramid makes everything blue. Now that will come clear. So now it's time to attack. And now all the red panels, because that was a blue pyramid, turn blue. That's what that 2 blue bit was about. And anyone who stood on it has taken a bunch of damage. And now everything's blue, and that's referred to that. Destroying a blue geosymbol will turn all panels on it to blue. Damage will be dealt to anyone standing on the panel, so be sure to take that into consideration. No damage will be dealt if you destroy a blue geosymbol on a blue panel, but no panels will change colour either. You can build up your bonus gauge, which is what we were talking about earlier, by changing the colour of geo panels. If you're able to use what you've learned to destroy all the geo panels, then you'll receive a panel termination bonus. All this relates to a term I used before called geo effects. It's pretty complicated. You're right, it is. It might be a good idea to start off by destroying only the harmful ones. Nullifying all the panels is for experts who understand the concept of geo effects completely, and you're not one of them. What did you say? Not at all. Not all geosymbols have negative effects. When you get the chance, you try and take advantage of the useful ones. Lastly, press select to turn the display on and off, but I'm not going to do that. So the one that they give you on the actual stage is slightly different, and we've actually got an XP increase and a health increase on the red, and the blue is defense up. So I could try and make use of it, or I could destroy them all. And for the sake of tutorial reasons, I'm actually going to destroy them. So let's execute that, and we'll destroy this blue panel here, which will turn all the blue panels to so all the red panels to blue. And what you'll see is that on the red panel at the back is a yellow one, and because it damaged it, it destroyed it and turned all the blue panels to yellow, creating a combination move, which is going now. And you'll see that there is a clear pyramid coming up that's about to be destroyed. And now we'll turn all the yellow panels and nullify them all so that they don't exist anymore, and remove all panel effects off of the ground. And you can see I'm getting amassing a big combo here. And actually it killed all the enemies with just that one move. And my bonus gauge is going up, which is pretty nifty. Which is why they give you a safe area to stand, otherwise would have died there too. So this area didn't have a panel on it. And with the bonus gauge of 5, we get lots of extras. Bows, a fist weapon, some extra XP for the team, some glasses. That's quite rare to get so early in the game, so that's good. And a light staff. Starting to get a hang of things again. Okay then, are you ready to request some allies at the Dark Assembly? They get to create characters who will become your loyal pupils. Loyal pupils? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Alright, let's go. Right, so from here on, we can make our own characters, and for our characters that come up, we can name them. So to begin with, because there's going to be a tutorial, for the chat, if you want to name any of the characters, just say in the chat if you want to name one of them. For any that I need right now, I'm just going to go ahead and create. But for those watching on YouTube, you can also leave a comment and request a name, and anything that I name now will come back and we'll rename them to anything you suggest, or any future ones will name after you or whatever you want. So if you want a character named after you, please let me know in the comments below, or if you're watching live on Twitch, then just say it now in the chat and we'll have a character for you. So here we can create characters as well as submit proposals. In order to submit proposals, you have to have energy known as mana. We can gain mana by defeating enemies, and I assume you want them called Thompson. You can have more than one if you want, Thompson. If you want, you can use the mana you have right now to make a new character, but I'm going to limit you to 2 names, but yeah, we can do that. A cleric might be useful for healing, while a warrior or brawler might come in handy when attacking. If Prince Lahal makes the characters, they will become his loyal pupils. Manage their growth carefully. Right, so we're going to go do that right now. I'm going to summon our assembly, and we've hardly got any mana, so anything that we create now won't be that amazing. Well, we can make them amazing later, but like to start off with, they'll actually be fairly bad, but you'll see why in a moment, because we can make a character here. And here's the choices we've got to begin with, because you can unlock more. A brawler, which is basically a fist guy. There is the female version. There is a warrior, which primarily uses either swords or axes, and a female version. There's skulls or mages. They're basically the male or female differing versions of the mage. And they come in 3 varieties. A red skull does fire damage, a green skull does wind, and a blue skull does ice. Next on the line we have a cleric. Cleric's generally healer. They can use staves or bows. But because healing doesn't generate much in terms of XP to level them up, I try and give them a bow to start off with, and then later on, when I don't need to worry about them leveling up quite as fast, then I'll actually switch it to a stave instead. Something just cracked in my room, so I'm like, oh my god, concerned. So then there's the male and female version of that. And then other than that, you can also create characters that are the monsters. They use special weapons that are monster only, and they have the special abilities. Right now, we've only got the monsters that we've seen so far in the game, and so we've either got a fairy hobbit here that loves to play pranks, a spirit, a ghost, or we can make more prinnies. And Thompson's requesting a ranged. Well, right now the only ranged that we have instant access to is the cleric, who's going to be a healer. So it'll be like a healer ranged Thompson. And perhaps later we can have like another one for you that's got like a gun or something like that. So I believe it's kind of hard to say which is male or female because they both look the same. They do have slight difference in stats. I'm just having a look. This one's got more defense and faster, but this one has higher hit, which is actually the stat that they use for bows, I believe, and range weapons, but slightly less defense. So we either go for more attack or less attack, more defense. I think if you want to go for like a ranged character, unless you want to go a mage, Thompson, if you want a ranged mage of some kind, then we could go for one of these. Okay. Happy with the cleric? Okay. We'll do the cleric, because we definitely need a cleric anyway. And here's the thing is that I can't afford to get the better ones here. So we are limited to having a -5 ability bonus. Did I select the one with the better attack? Yeah, I did. So with -5 ability, and I'm just going to call him, as I said, Thompson. And go to done. And now we've actually got to subtract 5 points away from this cleric. So I'm going to remove it from things that aren't quite as important. So resistance, speed. The attack isn't very important because we won't be attacking quite so much with the staff. We'll be using the hit one instead. And I'll get, even though it hurts me to do so, oh no, I'll get rid of it out of HP because I can make that up in items, I guess. Yeah. We'll be able to reincarnate any characters much later in the game, so that these -5 points that I've had to take out at the beginning, you can actually turn that around and have it so that you're adding points in, but that comes much later when you reincarnate the enemies. So that's our first character, Thompson, our cleric. Okay, so we're going to need some more characters here. And I think a good secondary one will be to select our first mage. Hey Trigon, welcome to the stream. Trigon, seeing as you've just arrived, do you want to name a character? Let us know if you want a mage or something like that. And I'll wait to see if Trigon replies. I know they'll be behind on the stream a little bit, but that's fine. Well, I'm going to start, because I need a mage anyway. I'm going to start with the red mage, and then Trigon can let me know if he wants the mage or not. But we'll start off here. I learned about Disgaea. I didn't get you catch while you were putting points in the healer. The healing power is based on oh yeah, that's intelligence, yeah, for the game. But I don't think I reduced his int stat. I just made myself a slightly less on attack and things. But I'm going to equip him with a bow so it helps him level up. You're going to be a skull. Okay, so you're going to be the this mage here. Try. Gone. Done. And these are based on intellect for certain. So again, the resistance is quite high. I'm going to drop that down a little bit. Drop their hit down a bit. And their attack. Maybe 2 points. Maybe their hit down another point. Should be okay. Again, we can reincarnate later. So that's our first mage. Okay, got one more point to spend with Lahal, and I think we'll have a brawler. Unfortunately, it's going to be good for nothing. What am I going to call it after? Is there anyone else watching who wants a character? If not, then I think I'm going to call this after one of our people who work on the channel, and I'm going to make it Ossisaw. Done. And this time for the brawler, attack is always good. Having some hit points is always very good as well. SP is their special points to spend in battle. So it doesn't need much intellect. I think I could probably get away with reducing the speed a little bit. I think I might just drop the intellect right down. Really doesn't need it, so that'll be fine. Okay, so that's Ossisaw now created. And Lahal's got no mana, but Etna has some. So we'll carry on creating another character here. And we will go for... We've done one of those. Okay, so let's go for a warrior type. We'll select... Oh, these are both the same here. So I'm going to select this warrior. And I'm going to call this one... Again, if you want to change the name of these away from the ones I've named personally, then just leave a comment or something in the chat, then I will get those changed next time I see them. And Moriak here will be our warrior that I'm going to equip with an axe, although I do have to remove some points. So a lot of it's going to come out of intellect. Maybe all out of intellect. I think that'll be okay. Okay, that's probably good for now. So the next thing that we're going to want to do is equip them up. So we'll use any items that we've managed to just pick up as we've been going along anyway. So Thompson, I wanted a bow. So which is going to be our better bow here? I think the hunter's bow is going to be slightly better. And although we've got a staff for them, I think it'll be easy if our healer can also attack. So we're going to go for the hunter's bow. And oops, hit the wrong button there. Next is our skull, who we're going to give the light staff that we already have. The brawler is going to require a fist. Our warrior, I'm going to buy him an axe in a moment. But the bow often I think works on hit as well, because it improves accuracy. So we're going to give the glasses to our cleric. Excellent. And then all we need to do now is buy an axe. I'm being told to heal everyone, but that's fine. And we got some free gold off of our zombie friend. Good. So here's our shop. La la la. We can talk about weapon mastery later, but that's fine. We'll talk about it next episode probably when we get to that. And we're going to buy ourselves an axe if I can. So what's the best axe we can get? So we've got a villager's axe here. This one's got 11, so it's either this or this I'm going to go for, and they look exactly the same. So I'm going to go for the one with the lowest rarity, although that won't make it too much a difference. And we'll buy our villager's axe. I should have done that, as just put it on straight away, but that's fine. And we're going to equip that onto Ossie. Oh no, that's not who's going to have it. Moriak, that was it. Is going to have an axe. Cool. So, because I've made some changes, we'll check the hospital in case anyone needs to be treated, but luckily they don't. And for our YouTube audience, this will be at the end of episode 2. So join us next time when we get to try out our new characters. Do not forget to leave a like and comment below on the video. And if you want a character, to make sure you leave a comment for that too. And we'll see you in episode 3 shortly. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time.